Okay, today we're going to review how to set up your HubSpot website for the very first time if you are new to HubSpot, or setting up somebody else's HubSpot portal if they are a new customer to HubSpot. So we have several steps here. As with many things, we're going to begin in settings just so that we navigate to the right place. So we're going to go through 5 steps. Number 1, we navigate to content, website pages, start from scratch. So on the left side, that's going to be content, website pages, and start from scratch. Okay, here, next it prompts us to select a theme. There are many themes we can choose from. You should have chosen a theme before you got to this point. If not, it's very easy to activate and then deactivate themes if you have no other content and have no active traffic coming to this site. So we are just going to select the growth theme, which actually gets to the next step that we're going to have in our process here, which is to select a theme. So growth theme is a very popular theme for learning. So if you're new to HubSpot, growth theme, it is very good for learning HubSpot CMS out of the box. Okay, so very quickly, we're just going to choose the About template just to get started with. Okay, and HubSpot gives you a tour to do this. You can click to watch that tour or remind me later, right? We can, if we press start, it'll actually give us a tour of this entire nav bar experience, editor toolbar, quick actions, sidebar, etc., etc. This is for another video, so I'm just going to click remind me later. Now you'll notice that publish is not yet clickable, right? But HubSpot gives you this super handy instructions. It says page title is required, content with a temporary content slug can't be published. So let's just click these. If we actually click through these, HubSpot will give us the opportunity to name these. So we clicked about, so let's just say that this is our about page. Domains is a separate video entirely. This is just about setting up our initial site. This is a test description. This is what shows up in, for example, SEO, right? If I Google, right, and I see this text here coming up, right? This is what we're typing into the meta description, right? Campaigns are a different issue. Featured images. This is where HubSpot actually gives us the opportunity to we can add it from a URL, we can design it with Canva, lots of ways to add images to this site, right? So for now, we're just going to X out of this and say that, oh, HubSpot is telling us that a feature image is required, okay? So let's just take a screenshot of this featured image right here, and let's just add it here. Once we've done that, we can press publish. And HubSpot gives us this handy little URL with which we can preview our site. And here it is. Fantastic. Okay, now let's exit here and go back to our PowerPoint. Here we have home. Now, in the next part of this section, we're going to set up system pages. We're going to come back to this section in a moment, but I want to do something that most people forget and don't deal with until after the fact, and it's a little frustrating for them. So here in settings, if you click the gear and then on the left hand side, you navigate all the way down to the bottom left and you go to pages. Here we have a templates page. This enables you to attach any header or footer HTML, such as scripts or extra CSS style sheets. It also allows us to add branding, personalization, any integration, SEO crawlers. But what I want to touch on is what we've listed here, system pages. This is the most important thing, at least initially, right? This is that we want to select the specific page that we want to show up. So you'll note here it says default 404 page, but we actually installed a different theme. We installed the growth theme. So for the 404 page, we want this to show the growth 404 page. You'll see this preview here is actually different than the default 404 page that it showed previously. So you want to make sure if you selected a theme and you want the specific system pages that come with that theme, you'll have to go through each of these and select the appropriate theme. Password prompt page, if you've got a login of any kind, and search results page. We're going to go with growth one more time. Okay, great. So now we've set up these system templates. What's next? Now we go to our website pages. So let's go back to where we were. We go to content, website pages. Let's get into the website builder. Let's build a website page. Let's call this page contact. Now, it's going to let us select from a number of pre-built pages for this. And to do this, what I actually want to select is the blank page. Okay, now we're not going to build out a full contact form right here, but I want to show you the interface for how you use this as a drag and drop interface. Most people coming to HubSpot are coming from an interface, drag and drop website interface builder such as Elementor or Divi Builder or WordPress or Webflow or something like that. So they're expecting something like that with HubSpot. HubSpot works somewhat like that, not exactly like that. We've got some similar interfaces here, such as settings, where we enter our meta, page meta. Let's not forget this. And obviously, we don't have to go through all this here. What I'm interested in showing you is the basics of this interface. If we want to search, we can search for a specific module. For example, I want to search for the form module. That's not there, okay. But this is what it's showing us in terms of search, right? General settings, test, optimize, contents. We're gonna get into this in a second. We can also view different breakpoints that we can optimize for. So we can create different designs for different breakpoints. But let's look at what we have over here. In contents, because we don't have any page contents, there's nothing here. But if we add, let's just add a section, okay? I wanna just add a heading, just to give us a sense of how this is working. X, thank you. All right, so this is a test heading. You'll notice that I can edit, I can edit in the editor. I can also, over here, really manipulate the fields that come up here. When I say, this is a test field, there we go. And it will update here. I can select the H level that this is at, right? If I want this to be an H3, if I want this to be an H6, I can also modify the styles. I can say I want to have a solid border around this widget, and a border appears, right? I can also press Control-Z, and that border disappears. So if I click a module or add another module, right? I can add many different things. I can add a pricing card. I can add a service card. I can add a list. I can add an icon, right? All of the things you're familiar with in terms of Elementor or WordPress-like features, those are going to come up here. Audio player for if you want to add a piece of audio. Social media, a blog subscription, media if you want to add a content library, image slider, image grid, body content, forms and buttons. Let's for now just add, let's add an accordion, right? So here we can select the caret instead of the plus sign. Here we can add multiple accordions if we want, right? Or if we want just one accordion, we can go here and we can delete these two. I'm just giving you a sense of how this interface is working. And you'll see our H updated to an H6 here. Let's change it back to an H1. And come back here. Okay. So this is how we build out a page, is we look for these different modules or sections and we add them to the page. Obviously, this doesn't look very pretty. What I'm trying to do is show you that the design flow for generating a page and building a page is that you bring in these fields into HubSpot and from the left-hand side, right? And you can drag them left to right? You can have two columns here, right? You can stack them on top of each other. You can basically do you basically have something like a WordPress drag and drop experience. Okay, and then you click publish, and this is our contact. Very, very unfunctional contact page that does nothing about contacting. That's actually going to be for a different video where we talk about forms. Here we are going to actually add a form element. If we wanted to add a form element here, we could drag this, and it's going to prompt us to select a form and create, you know what, let's just create a form. Let's just create a new form, new contact form. Create. Boom, there we go, right? And then we can also now view this form and we can update this. And actually, if we go now and press exit and we go to forms, CRM, marketing forms, it's gonna be right there. And we're gonna be able to see all our submissions. We can view kind of the naked form as it is here, but on the page itself, it's going to look different. It's going to be here, and we can style that if we import our own CSS, which is something we'll look how to do later. And then finally, we can look at setting up landing pages. So landing pages, these are a little bit different, right, than website pages, in that we can say, this is my product landing page. It lets me select different sites or different domains that I can host these under. So HubSpot lets me have one domain for my main branding page and one domain for my landing pages, right? Or multiple domains for landing pages. And then I can select another page here, and I could say, all right, here's just a random landing page for people to review all of my products, and I can publish it here. And this way, this is my product landing page. This is not going to interfere with my SEO or sitemap because it's just a landing page. So it's not going to be included in my sitemap. And then this is actually going to, I think, make me, nope, won't make me add a featured image. So there we go. So what we've just done is we've looked at how to set up and select our theme for a website, set up the system pages so that the system pages that we have when people get a 404 or 500 error from our website are the ones that are generated by the theme we've selected in step 2. How to build website pages with the website builder in a way that kind of shows you how it's similar to maybe other drag and drop website builder features that you've seen previously. And then also landing pages and kind of setting those up in a way that's very similar to website pages but doesn't interfere with the sitemap on an SEO level. Okay, thanks very much.